How do I find the balance between the responsibility to my family and the responsibility to my job or career? We live in a society that pushes us to look for what's next in our careers, in our cars, our homes. On top of that, we're always moving and have access to everything in the palm of our hands with these amazing devices. If we're not careful, the world we're living in can easily consume the best of us, leaving very little time for our family. I know this all too well. At 25, I had an amazing husband and a beautiful baby girl. And not too long after our daughter was born, my dream job came along, a ministry role at our church. It wasn't long before a 2-day role multiplied, and soon it was never enough for me. I was working more than 5 days a week, and I fell into a trap that I needed to be all things to all people. And eventually that began to erode at the most important thing to me, my family. And that's what's happening to a lot of you today. You're trying to find the balance between being the best spouse and parent you can be, along with being successful at your career. And at times, you're finding yourself worn out or discouraged. Guess what? I'm not going to tell you that there's a special equation for balance, and I'm not going to give you all the answers today. But I can tell you that you can find a healthy and happy rhythm, and I'm going to give you a couple of things today. Number one, keep a family calendar and review it regularly. We're great at having task lists and office schedules, but that's not always the case for our marriages or kids. So I want to encourage you, schedule date nights with your spouse and family nights. Know your children's games and make a plan on how to get there. You see, when our daughter was 5, our schedules were a mess. And so we decided to make Fridays family nights. We had game nights, pizza parties. We just simply wanted to spend time together. And when something popped up that couldn't be moved, we would intentionally reschedule it to make it another day. And then as our son got older and he started playing varsity soccer, my husband and I sat down and we would map out our schedules to ensure that one of us was always at a game, because we knew that in 2 years he was going to graduate and we didn't want to miss out on that. And so it's really important that you intentionally schedule your family time and time with your spouse. And then next, know your best yes. When you say yes to one thing, whether it's a job promotion, a dinner meeting with a new client, or maybe a second scoop of ice cream, you're saying no to something else. Less time with your spouse, missing your child's soccer game, or skinny jeans. And I know, that's a terrible mom joke. But really, consider the cost and make sure you're saving your best yes for what really matters. And finally, I want to encourage you, give yourself some grace. God chose you to be the parent for your child, and He's with you on this journey, and you are called for such a time as this.